Hello, it's Miss Quids again. In my last video, someone requested that I make a tutorial series on LaTeX. So in this first video, I'm going to be doing a basic introduction to LaTeX, including some of its history, how you install it, the various components of a basic document, and how you compile this into PDF. First, what is LaTeX? Here I have the Wikipedia page open. It says LaTeX is a document preparation system. And what distinguishes it is that it is not a WYSIWYG system like you get with things like Microsoft Word and LibreOffice Writer. It's a markup language, more similar to HTML in that respect, in that the user is more concerned with separating out the various parts of a document and letting LaTeX do all the work for them in terms of how it will actually look. So as it says here, LaTeX is widely used in academia for the communication and publication of scientific documents in many fields. Now this is what distinguishes me and Quids. So Quids works in industry, I work in academia, I use LaTeX, Quids does not. I'll start off in this video with a short introduction to LaTeX, and in the future I'm going to be covering things like figures, tables, and also different packages and all the things that LaTeX can do. I should probably say about the pronunciation, it is pronounced LaTeX, not LaTeX. So installing this was quite straightforward. I won't bother to show you how exactly I installed it. It's just as simple as installing a package. So for Debian and Ubuntu, all you need to run is apt install texlive. And for Fedora, it's dnf install texlive. And I will put the commands in the description. So I'm using the texlive package, which seems to be widely used. So now in this video, I'm just going to show you a basic text document. Now this very basic document illustrates the various components that you have in a LaTeX document. Now you can use any text editor that you want. I'm using Kate. There are probably alternatives that do more clever syntax highlighting and auto-completing and things like that. And really a basic text editor is all you need. So now I will go through the different components of this document. We start off with document class, and I'm using article just for this example. There are many document classes. There are many options you can add between the square brackets, such as the font size you want to use, the paper size you want to use when you're printing, and so on. Then you have the begin and end document commands. Then we have this block here, which has a title, test, author, date, and then make title to finish it up. This isn't actually necessary, but I just wanted to show some of the basic components that make a text document. Then we can structure our document according to sections, subsections, and sub-subsections. I don't think this requires too much explanation, just that in the curly braces you put the title or section or subsection name. You can also have individual paragraphs, which can optionally have titles. Then you put the text after the paragraphs. This should all make more sense if I show the output of this command. So I will now go to the command line. Now I will show how to compile the document. So the first thing I will say is that if you just use the command LaTeX test.tex, and this is just having installed texlive, no other packages or anything like that, then you look at the output, and you can ignore most of this. What is important to note is the output written on test.dvi. So DVI in this case is basically an alternative to using Adobe, using PDFs. If I show you the output of this, then this is the output we get. If I instead do pdflatex test.tex, it goes through a similar process, but instead we end up with a test.pdf file. And this again looks the same. At the moment it doesn't seem to matter which one you use. I'm used to compiling my documents to PDF, but I believe that there are some features, namely some specific image types that are a bit tricky to include when you're compiling to PDF. So there might be a slightly different process there. I'll go over it when I come to including different images. Now we can see the output, and we have the test title. This is the author and the date, so it doesn't actually include, I've gone with a kind of more British representation of the date here, I suppose, with the ordering. And it doesn't actually care how you enter the date. It's giving you a placeholder for where you want to put the date, and it'll put it in place, regardless of what you type in it. Then we have section 1, that was the paragraph's title, and that was the text for the paragraph, have a subsection and a subsection, and that is how low you can go down on the hierarchy of documents. At least in KDE, PDF and DVI files share the same viewer, Ocular. So this was a very basic introduction to LaTeX and to tex files and the history of LaTeX. While the content of the next video is still being worked out in the future, I do plan to look at other packages, figures, tables, and other features of LaTeX. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all later.